from Fox 56 Studios with Tam and Lee, the Kentucky Taste Buds, local trends, shopping, dining, and more. This is live from Chevy Chase.
Good morning and happy Wednesday.
Hey, good morning. A beautiful morning.
Yes, it's so gorgeous.
Yeah, how are you?
I think it is, I'm doing great. I think it's the perfect morning for back to school.
Yes.
What do you think?
That's right. Yeah. First
Being
day
there
of school.
on that bus stop.
Yes.
Do you remember those days?
I remember. Yeah, it reminded me when I was driving into work this morning and I passed the bus stop in my neighborhood and the little kiddos were out there and the parents were out there. And it got me thinking, I was like, I don't remember my parents being at the bus stop ever. Do you?
It was the 70s. Of course they weren't.
Yeah.
I mean, we practically drove ourselves to school by age 13.
Yeah, well, it's true. Yeah.
But no, my parents headed off to work, and I just remember them getting us out of bed, gearing us to the kitchen where we made our own breakfast, and then we ended up on the bus stop with like 100 kids.
Yes.
Because, you know, back then, everybody lived, there's 99 kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And they were all in our front yard because that's where the bus stop was.
Oh, so your yard was the bus stop.
Yes, and so my
Oh.
dad hated it because our yard always looked terrible.
Yeah.
Because there was 99 kids running around in it. But you were never going to get kidnapped because there was too many kids.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
nobody
very
wanted
safe.
us. Nobody wanted us back then. Times have definitely changed.
Yes.
So we want to wish everyone a great first day back to school. And we want to get to our live from Chevy Chase question of the day, which is school related.
Let's do it.
Today's question is, how do you feel about your high school days? Do you feel they were magical or meh?
To vote, just head over to Facebook or Instagram live from Chevy Chase and let us know. I'm not going to lie, I was not a big fan of high school. And you know this because I was with you at Henry Clay. Middle school was great for me because I was the cheerleader, you know, I was on the student council team. But high school, not so much.
Yeah, you were a small fish in a big pond.
That's right, because it was huge. We had like one of the largest classes that ever graduated at Henry Clay.
We did, yeah,
But you
absolutely.
loved it.
I loved high school. So I was in the band. So I felt like I had a group to which I belonged and got a lot of satisfaction from being in the band.
Right,
And then I felt like we had a really good core friend group.
We did, and our core friend group still hangs out to this day. So it was a great group.
Yeah, so I think that's what can make or break your high school days is if you have good friend support and if you were involved in something.
Yeah, that's true. Being involved really helps. But I was on the first dance team. Do you remember that?
I do remember
I like
that.
to throw that out there on my resume every once in a while.
Or all the time.
Yeah.
Yes.
So as we mentioned, today is the first day of school in Fayette County, and I saw a story yesterday about a teacher in California who was getting her classroom ready for back to school and getting her supplies together when she ran into a little visitor.
A visitor.
A visitor from a bear.
Ooh.
A real bear. Look at this video footage in California.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow this bear got in the classroom, was looking around, maybe doing a little arithmetic, reading a book or so, found a few snacks. And isn't it funny? Bears are so cute, but I bet he is a little dangerous.
I think he's a lot dangerous.
Yes. So anyways, the husband let him out of the building. She called her husband. I would have called like 911, the police, the FBI. I would have called everybody to get this bear out. But her husband was able to finagle him out. And so, of course, now the school has some new protocols to make sure this doesn't happen again and to keep the kids safe. But can you imagine that happening in Kentucky?
Well, I mean, if it happened in Kentucky, it'd probably be a horse that wanders into the classroom. It would be a lot less scary.
Yeah,
wouldn't it?
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. So what a brave husband to come and save the day.
Yeah, he was very brave.
Yeah.
Because I would have been like, you're on your own, sis.
I know. Well, that is a little wacky for Wacky Wednesday, and I thought we would have some fun today playing the game Would You Rather, a back-to-school edition where there is no winner or loser like Stump the Chump.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so we want you to play along as well.
That's right. So you at home, just shout out your answers, just like you do when when you're watching Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. I do that. I hope you do that. But we're going to find out how alike we are or how different we are.
Okay, which we kind of know, but I'm anxious to do this with you.
Yeah.
So let's start off with question 1. Would you rather be class president or homecoming king or queen?
Ooh.
So my answer is both. So I want to be beautiful and smart. So that's my goal. What about you?
That's not surprising. I would probably want to be class president.
Yes.
Yes.
You'd be a great class president.
You'd be in charge of everything. I think that would be great.
But you would also be an awesome homecoming queen. You would be the one that everybody liked. Because,
I've got
in the movies, they have the mean girl.
Yeah, I've
that's
got the
always
wave.
homecoming queen.
I've
You
got the
do.
wave. Yeah. All right, question number 2. Would you rather volunteer in the school library or help with one of the sports teams?
We already know your answer.
Yes, I would want to be in the library.
Yes.
I was a library helper in elementary school over at Breckenridge. I got a little medal for being such a good little helper. And that's where I developed my love of books.
Yes.
And so anytime I can get around books, I'm there.
Yes. Well, you know me, I'm going to help the sports team out. I'm either going to be the coach, the referee, the cheerleader,
All
whatever
three.
you need. Whatever you need sports related, I'm there.
Yes, yeah.
All right, this is fun.
This is fun. Okay.
Okay. Would you rather go to school for one day wearing a swimsuit?
Yikes.
And you're the only one. That's the caveat. Or wear an outfit that doesn't match at all. Well, this one's easy for me because I'm pretty sure in the 80s I've worn several times an outfit that didn't match.
And
because
you
that was
survived.
kind of like, the style of
yeah.
the 80s. So what about you?
Yeah. Well, I have a question. Is it the body that I had in high school or the body I have now? Because I would have a totally different answer.
Listen, you have a Pilates body. What are you talking
Well,
about? I
but-
would rock your body in school these days.
Yeah, I don't know. That would be a tough one to show up in school in a bathing suit. Unless it was one of those bathing costumes that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
The knickers.
Okay. Thank goodness we don't have to really do this in real life. Yeah.
All right, moving right along. Would you rather sing the national anthem through the speakers at school or recite poetry that you wrote yourself?
Ooh, this is
You know how they
a
do
deep
public
question.
announcements during the first
Yes.
part of the day?
Yeah, and do they still do that anymore?
I know they did it at Lexington Catholic
Yeah.
and Christ the King,
Yeah.
but I don't know about
Yeah.
public schools.
Well, you're probably going to have a different answer for me than I do.
Okay.
For me,
Yeah.
I would rather sing the national anthem because I write poetry and
Right.
it's very deep and it's very personal,
Oh.
and that's not something I would share ever in high school because I was probably calling somebody out
Oh.
in my poetry.
Oh, yeah.
And even though I don't have the greatest singing voice
Yeah.
over the intercom, I could always be anonymous or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd rather just do
See, I
some-
really thought about that.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah.
I'd probably just do some poetry, like roses
Yeah.
are red, violets are blue. I want to leave school. How about you?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Boy, you should be published.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, moving right along. Would you rather dress preppy or sporty?
Okay. Well, back in our day, it was all about preppy. It
Yes.
was all about pink and green and eyes
Right.
odd. And I remember my first day of school in 7th grade, I bought this beautiful white outfit, or at least my mom did.
Yeah.
And I actually wore a very preppy cummerbund.
A cummerbund?
Yes, it was. It was very preppy. It tied around my waist. It was red, blue, and green. I'll never forget it.
Wow, you're-
One of my favorite outfits ever.
Like a flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was representing. What about you?
I would probably, I don't know.
Dress sporty because you dress like your brother. I was with you in high school. Yeah, you like to wear sweatshirts and baggy pants. Yeah,
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. All right. Well, let's get on. That was a lot of fun.
It was so much
fun. And so now we know a little bit more about each other.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. Let's get on with the rest of our show today. We've got a good one for you.
Coming up on Live from Chevy Chase.
After the break, fitness trainer Willie Ray is here, and he is going to whip us into shape.
It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. But first, we're going to check in on that question of the day. How do you feel about your high school days? Magical or meh?
Okay. Majority, 58%, are saying meh. There's still time to vote. Head on over to Facebook or Instagram, live from Chevy Chase.